And welcome to another episode of Nubian Kingz 144 channel. I'm your host, Armin Sage. And this morning, or this afternoon, we're going to have a casual conversation. And we're not conversation, I'm going to be talking, so there's no one to be on. The time is now 5 past 6 p.m. in the afternoon of London, England, UK, Great Britain. And the sun was out earlier on today, but now it seems like it's starting to get a bit more chilly. It's going to start getting colder over here. But we are going to experience hotter winters, which is a good thing. But anyway, this ain't the weather. I would like to talk about black people in general, when it like just little things that are on my mind, innit? So before I get talking about black people and the problems that we're facing and the ordeals that we have to go through and how we can change in certain ways, I'd like to mention something that was on my mind a while back, and that was actually from the Bible. You know the bit at the beginning, Genesis, with Adam and Eve, where it tells the story of Adam and Eve and the serpent. But I wanted to break a bit of that down for you, and that was basically that there is a misunderstanding when it comes to the story of Adam and Eve, because it wasn't explained in fuller and greater detail, but yet the explanation was there in front of our eyes the whole time. And that is that in the story of Adam and Eve, as you well know, Adam and Eve were kicked out of Eden for eating the fruit that God had told them not to eat, for basically eating forbidden fruit. And the serpent was cursed because he convinced them to eat the fruit. Now, what I wanted you to learn is that when God said to the serpent, "Thou shalt go upon thy belly and eat dust until all the days of thy life," and thou art cursed above every animal on the planet and every foul living thing. Now, when God said curse the serpent, when he cursed the serpent, who do you think the serpent really represents? The serpent represents all the beings that are mischievous and manipulated and demonic, which is the characteristics of what the serpent was like, or so to speak. Although I've heard rumors some serpents are not so bad. It's all in their own, all to their own. So some people are like this, some people are like that. But yeah, basically the serpent was cursed because it convinced Adam and Eve to bear the fruit, to eat the fruit. And it was cursed to go upon thy belly. And when God said, "You will go upon your belly," when he said you will go upon your belly, what do you think he meant by that? He meant basically you're going to be hungry all the time. You'll go upon your belly. You'll go by your belly. You'll basically be hungry all the time, following your stomach, and never be satisfied. And then when he said that you'll eat dust all the days of your life, does it not say in the Bible that we are made by dust and ashes? I am but dust and ash. The Bible states that our body is made of dust, came from the dust. So that includes our blood and our flesh. So when the God said to the serpent, or should I say the vampire, you'll go upon your belly and eat dust all the days of your life, he basically meant to say, you're always going to be hungry, and you're always going to be following your stomach, and you'll eat dust. You'll basically eat flesh and blood all the days of your life. So that was what that part of the Bible was actually about. I interpreted that perfectly. Do your research if you don't believe me, if you think I'm lying. Read it yourself and you'll come to the understanding that what I'm saying is facts. That is the real reason and the real curse that God put over the serpents. He put a curse over them so that they're always hungry, they're never fully satisfied, they're never satisfied from any meal. And they'll follow their belly wherever they go. And they'll eat dust all the days of their life, basically eat and drink blood all the days of their life. So that's what God meant when God said you'll go upon life by a belly and eat dust all the days of your life. So go by your belly and eat dust all the days of your life. So yeah, just wanted to break that down. Also some other things that are on my mind is that a lot of black people are still trying to fit into society. Some people feel alienated at that time right now. If you're one of those people you feel alienated in any kind of way, you feel like you don't really fit in, you're not meant to be here, something doesn't feel right, you feel out of place, there's something in your back of the mind that just seems wrong, people are behaving strange, and it's like people are hiding secrets from you, everybody seems to be watching you when you walk down the street. Or when you're in your home and you look out your window, everyone seems to be looking up at your window. Or looking in your direction, general direction. And you find that people are just avoiding you, they're not really phoning you, they're not really calling you. This is all signs, telltale signs that you are one of God's chosen, one of Armin's elite. And that you was chosen for a higher purpose, which serves a greater understanding and reason and well-being and welfare upon this planet. You are not like these people that you see around you. You're not even from the same planet. Most probably not even from the same galaxy. That's why your hair is different. That's why your athletic ability is different. That's why your mind works different. That's why you dance different. That's why you speak different. If you look at everybody on this planet here, you get people saying, oh, we're just a human, I'm just a human, I'm just a human being. If you're black, let me put you down. You are not a human being. And you never was. You are intergalactical, supreme being from the stars. That is who you are. Claim your title, wear it proudly. It's like some people have forgotten their heritage or their true beginnings upon this planet. And they've forgotten that this is not our primordial planet. Even that we've been here longer than most of the species on the planet. This is still not our original planet. It is one of the planets we inhabited among many upon the stars. But it was not our home planet. Dr. Malachi tries to teach you these teachings. Nubian tries to teach you these teachings. Countless teachers have tried to teach you these teachings. But in your ignorance and your arrogance, you still choose to believe otherwise. You still choose to believe that you're only meant to get rich, have a mansion, and drive a fast car, and be successful on the earthly duties. You're so caught up with the area. Some people it's the area that they're in. Some people have moved on to different boroughs and states and stuff with their operations. But you need to start breaking outwards. You can't always be thinking what's happening around you or bettering yourself in just the areas around you. You need to think bigger than that. You need to start thinking out the box and start moving to a better, more explorative state of being. Now the white man, he explores the different worlds around him. He doesn't just look up into space. If you think he's just fascinated with space, then you're a fool. He's exploring outwards, around and outwards, in his proximity, miles out of where we are now. Reaching new lands, conquering new beings, building structures, exploring researchers, scientists. We had all of these things. We taught them these ways and customs and techniques. And now all the things that we taught them are being taught back to us in a mediocre fashion. When we came up with the knowledge for these tools and researches, techniques, all the knowledge of the universe is within us. All the potential of manufacturing any type of ship or plane or structure is within us. We have the ability as a collective to grow further into the future and deeper within the stars and the cosmos than we can ever dream of before. We have all this technology at our disposal. Why not let us gather some of this technology and put it together and start seeing what we can build? Start seeing what we can research, what we can find. Now, if you're still under the thinking that you see yourself in the future within the country, the Western world that you're in, and you don't want to break out to your own land and create your own society among your own people, there's something seriously wrong with you. If you think that staying in the country, in the Western world that we're in, and there's a future for us here among these white people, then you're delusional. You can see they don't want us, you can see they don't like us. And for some people, it's not their land, for some people it is their land, so it's different circumstances for different black people, that's the plan. But the ones in the UK, you can see these black people, they don't want us here in the country. For the longest time they've been tormenting us. But one thing I will say is that they gave us an education. They taught us a lot of skills and techniques and help us to grow healthy to a healthy state. Why not take some of that knowledge, not some of that, all of the knowledge that we've acquired here, take all of the books and stuff and go and flee to somewhere else. We can call it the Great Robbery, the greatest robbery ever, man. Or should I say, taking back what belongs to us. We take everything, all the books, loads of technology, loads of resources, loads of tools, machinery, supplies, resources, and we find the land somewhere, and we claim it as ours, and we just build on it. Come on, man, even England got a place in Africa and called it South Africa. England went to Brazil and got land on Brazil, or the Spanish did anyway. And England went to Australia and got land there. What's stopping us with it? Even Russia's just done it recently. And yeah, you're hearing some sort of backlash about it. But that land will be Russia's. And at some point in the future, it'll be wiped underneath the carpet and no one will be talking about it. Nor will anybody care. And by then Russia would have gained new land. Yeah, if we do go to claim a land, we're going to be under a lot of scrutiny and under a lot of, like a magnifying glass. And people are going to be talking crap about us. and saying this and that. But once we've claimed the land and we've got our own land, we're free. We can start building on that land and start building a better future for ourselves. There's no future for us in this Western world. They gave us all the tools and all the means necessary for us to grow. We can see they don't like us. We can see we don't see eye to eye. I know it's not easy to just get up and go and leave everything that you've ever known behind and say, yeah, let me start making you start somewhere and start again. It's going to take a lot of hard work. But who the fuck is afraid of hard work? It means achieving a greater goal. Now, I don't know about you yet, but I don't want to be an old man in England where it's freezing cold weather, miserable fucking people with a walking stick or a wheelchair, whatever the hell, going through the streets on a cold day trying to do what I need to do for myself. With all these duffies and all these people that have died there, all the wars that have been fought in, and all these beings from these dark beings from these wars waiting for me in the afterlife. If that's you and you wanna live that kind of life and be tormented by fucking creatures that you don't even know what the fuck they are, then stay in this country and live your life out. And when you die and you see what's waiting for you, don't say I never fucking warned you. Yeah, man. I think that black people don't seem to realise that we were put here for a purpose. We had a purpose. Some of us may have forgotten the purpose, some of us actually know it. Some of us don't know the full picture, some of us know the half picture, some of us do know the full picture. But one thing I know is that we're here to grow. Whether it's ourselves or our own structures and societies, and claim back what was taken from us. Now is the time to build up your strength. Start going to the gym, start exercising, start getting stronger. Start reading, start writing, start learning, start listening, start growing wiser. Start praying, start meditating, start visualizing, start chanting, start channeling, start rising. Start growing more powerful spiritually. Use our emotions, our anger, our hate, our love, all the feelings that we have, and start growing the power, this power of the soul, increasing it more powerful. These are the things that we should be working on as a collective, the mind, body, and soul of our people. And when I say our people, I mean all of us as individuals and as a collective. Our mind is the way our people think. We need to work on the way our people think and change aspects of it to be more positive. The body of our people is the collective of our people and our own individual bodies and the strength of it, which is very strong. Our body's always been powerful. But when it comes together as a collective, it's immensely powerful. The soul of our people, our culture, our way we speak, the food we eat, the way we dress, the things that we think, the things that we say, the way we rhyme, the way we sing, the way we influence others, the soul of our people. How we see others, how we see life, how we see problems and we see obstacles and difficulties, how we overcome them, how we use intellectual and intelligent strategies to overcome our adversaries. The spirit, the mind, body, soul and spirit is what we need to work on as a collective. And the time for killing other black people and blacks on other blacks and all this black on black crime needs to stop. I'm not joking about it, it needs to stop, man. You don't need to take a look at yourself and say, yeah, what the fuck is a blue bandana? What the fuck is a purple bandana? What the fuck is a bandana? What the fuck is a postcode? But when you put that postcode over yourself and say, yeah, you can't come into my postcode and you can't come into my postcode, you've already limited your world. You've made your world just that much smaller. In the meantime, the white man, he's free as a bird. He's traveling all over the country, all over the planet, all over the universe. While you still stuck in your own postcode because you can't travel to other postcodes because you decided that there's some sort of postcode warfare and you fell for that crap, that trick from the beast, just to make you not travel nowhere, to make you not amount to nothing, to make you not grow. You can't grow with postcode warfare. That needs to get the fuck out of our people's community and way of life for a start as well. I know some of you don't love and some of you do love. The ones that do love will get to experience a lot of happiness and also a lot of pain. The ones that don't love, they may experience happiness and they will experience a lot of pain, but they won't experience joy, because through love comes joy. You'll find the ones that don't love, they'll take joy in stuff that is evil. They'll find joy, but it'll be an evil form of joy, a sinful form of joy. But yeah, anyway, each to their own. Says, I know there's evil and good people on the planet. So I know there's evil and good black people, evil and good white people. I'm talking to the evil black people as well as the good black people. You're all my people, man. Whether you like it or not. Aren't you fed up of the same old crap? Are you fed up of selling that weed? Are you fed up of selling that crack? Are you fed up of selling that coke? And you fed up of selling that heroin? And you fed up of people making money, legitimate money, obscene amounts of money, while you're having to dodge the police and dodge a police cell and prison, and constantly having to watch your back and live in paranoia and fear because you don't know when the feds are coming for you or when your enemy's coming for you. We've been living in fear for so long and working for fear for so long. We've forgotten to know what it's like to live without fear hovering over our heads, over our children's minds, over our families and loved ones. Even down to the very food that we eat has fear in it. And we consume fear and thus become fear. The very food that you eat, the animals that you're eating from the shops, they all live in fear. They live in slaughterhouses and they know that they're going to be killed at some point. You can see in the animal's eyes that it's afraid. You ever seen a cow on them slaughter farms? When you look in the cow's eyes, the cow's eyes is all wide. Because he's prangy, the cow's prangy, he doesn't know when he's going to get eaten, but he knows he's going to get killed at some point. Animals are not stupid. They tell you, yeah, free range eggs, they taste better because the chickens can run around. Them chickens, when they come out of that free range pen and they run around, they're looking for a place to escape. they know that they're going to get their head chopped off. They live in fear, and we consume this fear into our bodies. We take the fear of the animal and all the negativity that the animal felt into ourselves when we eat this food. So yeah, we're facing a lot of fear. There's a lot of fear being placed among us. And this fear is turned into energy, which is then used as a resource to fuel all of our devices. So yeah, we need to make a change, man, some positive changes. And start setting some goals and actually working towards them. But when you see another black person, don't just walk past them or give them a dirty look or try to outstare them and assert your dominance over them with that nigga fucking behaviour, that fucking goon-ass behaviour, man. Grow up from that crap, man. We should be able to walk down the street without having to not look away from each other or not being able to say hello to each other. And also, if you know some people that are by themselves at the moment, nobody's really coming to check for them, or nobody's probably coming to check for you, or nobody's calling you anymore, start reaching out to people. If they avoid you, they still don't want to spend time and speak to you and talk to you, then lock them people off. I've locked off so many people in my life at the moment, and my life has improved. I noticed that each toxic person I locked off, or someone that I suspected for being an enemy or some devious plans towards me, when I cut them off, my life got better, just that little bit better. Start making the changes necessary to better yourself, better your life. And not just your life, the lives of others and our kids in the future, so they don't have to go through what we went through. Do you want to leave behind? What do you want to leave behind for your children? Postcode war for our children. Postcode warfare, stabbings, shootings, robberies, crime, knives, selling drugs, teenage pregnancies, all of that shit. You want to leave that behind for our kids? Or do you want to leave around a greater legacy for our children? Something that they can grow a foundation upon and reach out further into the cosmos and galaxies and other worlds and lands beyond this country that we're in. There is a lot out there to achieve and a lot out there to obtain. And as we become more awakened and more awoken, we're starting to realise that some of the things that we was glorifying before and things that we used to take part in before, it serves no purpose for us. It serves no purpose for the black race, or bright race, whatever you would call it. Nubian and Kari would say bright race. So we'll call it bright race for that teacher's sake, because I respect that teacher. Yeah, so for the bright race, certain aspects of our lives that we lived before, things that we incorporated into our ways and societies, they serve no purpose in us. Get rid of the things that serve no purpose, that are not going nowhere. Because these things, there's no place for them in the future. The planet itself is pushing out all the negativity, all the evil, all the people that serve no purpose, that can't grow, that can't change, that are not justified, that are not righteous, that are not healthy for the planet or for the future of our people, or all the people that have sold us out. There's no place for these people in the future. They will not be in the future. And you'll see gradually, all of them will slowly start to die off. So all these murders that you've seen, all these things that you've seen happening, it's all necessary for a refreshing of the planet, and renewing of the planet. A lot of the old stuff has to die in order for new stuff to be brought in. And this is facts. So above, so below, it's obvious. This is why I had to reinvent myself and say, do I want to be a part of the small percentage of people, or it could be a large percentage of people that have no purpose on the planet, that serve no well-being for the planet or for the future of our people. Do I want to be a part of that? Or do I want to be someone who serves a purpose, who brings bright, intelligent knowledge to his people, and techniques of how to grow, and gracefully plants positive seeds into our people's minds? That's the person I want to be. I decided. And from that day I changed, and I haven't looked back since. And a lot of people are looking at me like I'm strange now because I don't go out partying all the time. I don't go out raving, I don't go to the clubs all the time and get drunk all the time or smoke weed every day. Or get high every 5 minutes. Out my mind, you know what I mean? Because I like to stay sober and because I'm cautious, people are trying to say that there's something wrong with me. You know what I mean? Because I'm being cautious about how I live my life and who I let into my life. They don't like it because they want easy access into my life. They just want in and out access. They can just come in my life and come out my life whenever they want and feel like it, and trample over my life and my dreams and aspirations. Because I'm not giving them that chance. They're now trying to call me crazy. I'm trying to say there's something wrong with me the way I'm operating. Come on, man. I ain't got time for animals, man. Some people are animals, some people are supreme beings, innit, man? The animals are not going to understand the methods of the supreme beings. It's going to look alien, anything that they do to them. But you got to just get used to that, man, you know what I mean? Just keep it moving. Some people are not going to understand why you do stuff. It's going to be beyond them, their understanding. Their small little minds can't comprehend what you're trying to do. So they're just there figuring you out and left baffled, thinking that you're just insane because they don't understand the way you work or operate. A lot of that's going to happen. People just looking at you like you're crazy. People looking at you like you're weird. A lot of the supreme beings now and the higher beings that are receiving messages and in communication with other beings are going to start to look insane. And they're not. And it is in actual fact the people that are selling drugs, killing off their own people, doing murders every minute, mashing up the community, restricting the distance that people can travel to within their communities, and keeping them prisoner in their communities, screwing each other as they walk past on the street and all that crap. Those are the people that are really insane and that have lost their minds. And some of these people, there's no coming back for them, the things that they've done and the paths that they've chosen. They know that they've got to die in the situation that they're in now. They're stuck with the choices they make. And that's their bed and they made it and now they can lie in it. But for me, I have a greater goal and purpose. And I know myself. I know that life is like a game of chess. Life is like it's like a very serious game, and it's a game that has to be played very well. Every move that you should make should be calculated. Don't feel pressured into doing anything that you don't want to do. If something doesn't seem right or doesn't feel right, don't do it. And also it can work the opposite way. Just because something seems and feels right doesn't mean that it is right. You have to look into stuff, and sometimes you have to go to God and ask Him, is this right for me or is this wrong for me? And go to God for your answers. Because even as a devil or demon, you all have your own God. Or as a Christian or a Jew, whatever, you all have your own God, people that you believe in. Go to your lead, whoever you have faith in, whoever you pray to, and ask them for help to guide you. And don't be afraid to ask your ancestors for help to guide you, because your ancestors are a lot of help to guide you. They guide you a lot of the time during your journeys and your day-to-day activities. You'll be surprised how much they get involved. They're always around you constantly. But yeah, I think that things is about to get more serious on the planet at the moment. A lot of people are going into the next stages of their life. Some people are in wilderness and they've been taken out of the wilderness like myself and now living among other nations out of the wilderness. And while we was in that wilderness, God trained us, He taught us, He put us through rigorous, strict punishment and torment until we learnt how to defend ourselves, how to carry out certain duties, how to take certain things, to learn a bit more about certain people and beings and how they work, and to train the mind and the body and the soul and spirit. So this is what you should be doing now. If you're out of the wilderness, you should be putting into practice the things that you've been taught over the past few years. Because a lot of us have been on the training. And a lot of us are still ongoing training. But we're starting to carry out tasks. So just a quick little video that I wanted to make. Can't think of anything else that's on my mind at the moment. There are some other things I want to talk about. I'll talk about that another time. Just keep this video short and sweet. So yeah, you've been listening to Nubian Kingz 144 channel. I'm your host, Armin Sage. Thank you for listening. If you like the video, please leave a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I suggest you subscribe. Thank you and goodbye.